Hello friends and fellow gamers, MKxJUMP here, and in today's video we're checking out this week's event for Idle Heroes, which is a fairly interesting event that for those of you that spend might be exceptionally tempting. But anyway, before we go ahead and check that out, let me give a shout out to two new patrons that have decided to back me on Patreon. Shoutouts go to Miranip and Bertel H. Pedersen. Thank you so much for your support, and if you want to be like them and help keep the lights on here at MKxJUMP, why not check the link up there in the top corner of the screen, and that will also, if you link yourself up to our Discord, get you access to account reviews on Tuesdays. If that's something you want to be interested in, check out the link in the description below. Anyway folks, let's go check out this week's event for Idle Heroes. So, every day for logging in, you're going to get yourself 15 pickaxes and a super wishing coin. And this week, more than ever, logging in every day and getting these pickaxes is super important because DH Games have decided with the first Sky Labyrinth of the new year, we're going to get ourselves a little bit of extra rewards for doing Sky Labyrinth, which is pretty cool. We'll look more at that a little later on. But first of all, let's go check out the whole event. The Scattered Stars event is coming to an end, so if you haven't already, you can take this opportunity to purchase either one of the heroes here, Tix or Olivia if you fancied, or maybe you could use your universal crystals to pick up something like a Snowheart or a Starspawn core. I would avoid picking up Aspen, wouldn't really seem optimal in my opinion, but I also think most people are probably just going to grab Prophet Orbs and Heroic Summon Scrolls, and then finish up by grabbing Spirit to top up what they do or don't already have. Anyway, that's it for the Scattered Stars. Let me know what you get in the comment section, and let's drop down to the value packages. So, basically, it's the usual Sky Labyrinth package. You're going to get gems equal to double the VIP experience, you're going to get a bunch of mithril pickaxes, and you're going to get wishing coins proportional to how much you're willing to spend. So you can spend as much as 10 bucks, or you can spend 100 bucks. And I will be talking about in this event what I think is the best thing to do if you're a heavy spender, or even if you're a free-to-play or budget player. So stay tuned for that one. Anyway, the New Year Adventure Gifts is going to be a package you folks can pick up, and at face value, this doesn't seem that good. 100 bucks for 10,000 gems and a 10-star puppet? That's not amazing. But then you read this text. You'll get double the chest rewards of the floor in Sky Labyrinth. Oh. Wow. So that means whatever normal rewards you get from Sky Labyrinth will be doubled because you bought this package. Now, at first, that might seem crazily good value, but it actually really depends how much you're willing to spend. This is very, very clever from DH Games. They've realized that actually if you go ahead and buy this, you're then going to be inclined to spend even more and delve deep into the Sky Labyrinth to try and pick up as many rewards as you can. And also, DH Games are not soft. They know that Sky Labyrinth gives some of the best rewards of any event in Idle Heroes. So basically, let me explain to you how this works. And I don't mean how Sky Labyrinth works in particular, but actually getting rewards is going to work. So if you look here on this floor, it says 5-star hero shards. You're going to get 2 lots of that. Now, these spring stickers, they won't be doubled, but do bear in mind you get 2 on every floor, because that's going to be important later. See these 10 Heroic Summon Scrolls? You're going to get 20 of them. 6-star Puppet Chest, you're going to get 2 of them. Elite Hero Shards, you get the idea. Everything is doubled. This 9-star Puppet Chest, doubled. This Mysterious Artifact Selection Chest, doubled. So if you were going to spend so far as to reach up to this Mysterious Artifact Selection Chest, you'll get double the 9-star Puppets you normally do, and you'll also get double the Mysterious Artifact Selection Chest you normally do. That is tempting, because doubling up your rewards here is very nice. And that means, though, you're going to have to spend probably about 300 bucks. That's a lot of money, right, if you think about it, because you're going to have to spend 100 bucks to grab this package in the first place. Then you're going to probably have to spend 200 bucks worth of value package limited over here. And these top-end packages, they are not cheap. They're 100 bucks each, so that's 300 bucks in total. So do bear that in mind. You might also be inclined to buy this, which is going to cost you 20 bucks, and that's going to get you gems, even more pickaxes, and that's actually better value for pickaxes, to be fair, and it's going to get you wishing coins as well. Every single sticker that you pick up, you see it's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, etc. That's going to get you a 5-star hero shard, it's going to get you 5 heroic summon scrolls, and as well, if you buy this up here, it's going to get you gems, more scrolls, and a core of transcendence for every 4 of these stickers you pick up, and that just keeps on going and going and going. That's kind of tempting, and especially even more tempting the more progress you make in Sky Labyrinth. So what DH Games have basically done is they have created an event that really incentivizes people to spend, because you just get more and more and more rewards that accumulate on top of each other the more you're willing to spend your cash. And if that doesn't tickle your fancy enough, check this out. There's a New Year VIP special offer. As you can see, for 500 VIP points, you're going to get a little bit of this. For 1500, you're going to get a little bit of that. That's going to be skin shop packages and elite 5 stars. But the big stuff comes when you start spending $50 or more. $50, 30 glorious relics, luxury 5-star hero chest, $100 total spent, more glorious relics, and a light and dark chest, 7,500 VIP XP, which is equivalent to $150. That's 80 glorious relics, and a mysterious artifact selection chest. Keep on going, and this is clever. That's 11,000 VIP XP, so it's just over what you'd expect. It's not 200, it's 220, and I think the reason they've done this is to incentivize people even more to pick up the 1,000 VIP thing here, so that you can get yourself this thing wherever it's gone. Let me find it. You can grab this top package here for 100, then you go ahead and you buy the New Year Adventure Gift for 100, and then you buy this for 20, and that's going to be your 220 to push you up. But then you look at this, and that's, if you spend as much as 300, you get another mysterious artifact selection chest and 150 glorious relics. Those of you who can do maths, that's 400 glorious relics. That's enough for another artifact. So by spending $300 just from this, you're going to get enough to grab 3 artifacts. But to get bonus rewards, if you buy this, and you also buy 2 top value packages here, that's $300, which will potentially get you double the mysterious artifact chests from Sky Labyrinth. So that's 2 artifact chests from there as well. So for $300, you're getting enough to pick up 5 mysterious artifacts. That's $60 an artifact. Shocking. Genuinely shocking. Because that means that if you skip this event, you might be left with buyer's remorse, especially if you've picked up and spent heavy money on artifacts before. And I think that's going to be something really, really difficult for a lot of established players. Let's get serious for a moment. Take a look at the VIP series. Take a look at my bag. I do not need more mysterious artifact selection chests. In fact, I have 7 right here. What's slowing me down? Well, I do not have enough Ormus Workshop resonance to build more glittery, radiant, or splendid artifacts, and therefore the fact I have these chests isn't that helpful. As well, I already have a bunch of splendid artifacts. I have 6 of them in total on this account. As you can see, I've got my splendid Punisher. I've got splendid Demon Bell right here. There's a splendid Crown. There's a splendid AMB. Here's 2 more splendid Demon Bells. Nuts. I also have enough just to go ahead and build more Demon Bells. I've got 1 here, 1 there. I've got a Ruby Scepter. I've got 2 crowns here, 2 crowns there. So I've got enough for 2 splendid crowns in total. I've got almost enough for another Demon Bell. It makes you start wondering, MK, what do you need? Well, really, it's Ruby Scepters. But I've already got Mysterious Artifact Selection Chests. So, what's the other thing? A ton of Snow Hearts? More crowns? At what point will I have too many artifacts? And here's the serious talk I wanted to have. This event is exceptional value for Mysterious Artifact Selection Chests. $60 an artifact, if you're willing to spend 300, is nutty. If, for example, on the VIP series that had come way earlier, I would have absolutely done that. But we have right here an account that is already established. It already has artifacts. So for me, that is not something I need to purchase. And that's something I want to talk to you today about gacha games. You'll often find you keep spending and spending and spending and buying things for a certain price. And then later you notice that same thing is available at a cheaper price, and you feel like you'll kick yourself if you let it go by. So here's my issue. If I let this event pass, I've just let 5 artifacts go that I could have had for $300, which feels quite cheap when I say it like that, considering what I've already spent on artifacts and what I have to show for it. But if you remember back to 2 weeks ago, that New Year event we had gave us artifact selection chests for free if you got lucky. So maybe that takes away the value of mysterious artifact selection chests. If you think DH Games have given even more of them away for free, and the fact they're now selling 5 for $60 each, maybe that tells you something. Either DH Games are feeling very generous, or they really want to ensnare people who may have stopped spending on the game to spend some money again. Because you look at an account like the VIP series, and the only way you could really incentivize someone like me now to spend a ton of money is to give me so much value, to make me feel like I'm missing out if I don't buy it. Fear of missing out is one of the most common things that makes people spend on gacha games. The idea of perceived value being so high that if I don't buy this, I'll just not be as powerful as anybody else is something that truly grips people and makes people spend and spend and spend over and over again on games like Idle Heroes. Now, if you find yourself in that situation, if you feel like you're looking at this event trembling, even though you know you have a load of artifacts, but you have to spend $300 because it's so cheap, maybe you don't. If you're a new player that started over Christmas, great. This is going to be fantastic for you. If you're willing to spend $300, you can pick up a ton of stuff. But if you're an established player, ask yourself, even though it's cheap, do you really need these artifacts? Because I think I'm going to hold out on the VIP series, despite it being better value than things we've bought in the past. As well, Chinese New Year event is coming, and that might have even more exclusive stuff. And if you want to turn around to me and say the argument is that I should go ahead and build a ton of snow hearts or golden crowns so I can stay relevant in PvP, I will never be relevant in PvP. The race to the top is so high. The ceiling in this game is insane. If you think about what high-end accounts have that you don't, it's star spawns and it's Celestial Island progress. It doesn't matter how much money you spend, you are never going to catch up to people who have much more powerful star spawns and much more advanced Celestial Island content. And that is because the ceiling of the game is now so high. So high, in fact, even the biggest of accounts still have not reached that ceiling. The game was great back when we just had 10-star heroes, or just E5 heroes, or even just E3 heroes, these 3 different metas we've seen in the past, because when you finally did have a full team of E5s, there was no Almost Workshop, there was no Void Imprints, there was no Void, there was no Celestial Island, there was no Star Spawns, there was nothing that was completely out of reach and required so much time and resources to build. So that meant being successful at PvP was all about nuance, team building, strategy, and building the perfect team of 10 stars, E3s or E5s to give you the best possible results. And that was fun. That made PvP interesting and engaging. Now, it's just a matter of who's got the most powerful star spawns, or who's made the most progress in Celestial Island and has the most tenants, or who has the most Void Imprints. These kind of things require an awful lot of money, and it really does not come down to artifacts anymore. Artifacts are important for PvE game modes, and I will say it's helpful to have 2 splendid demon bells, a splendid crown, a splendid AMB, an upgraded Antler's Cane of some form, and a few splendid receptors for when you finally do build Starwing Jara and Aspen, so that they can help you out in the Void Vortex. Now, it's worth noting that I don't even have a Halora on the VIP series, so I don't need my receptors anytime soon, because Halora needs to come in before I even pick up a Starwing or an Aspen. So there's a lot I have to do, and artifacts are not my priority. And I think some of you might need to think that same way as well. For others, artifacts are totally worth grabbing. That's if you're a new account and you do not already have them. But please, do not buy this super cheap budget artifact deal for the sake of having artifacts that are going to do exactly what they're doing in my account and just sit there. It's not great. Also, EOS is coming out soon, and Chinese New Year is coming, and that might be better for your money. Also, for a lot of people, it's tax month, so pay up, boys, and then consider whether it's worth spending your money on Idle Heroes. Now, what I've just talked about there is the essence of gacha games. They try to rope you in with these incredible deals, even if you don't need them. I don't want to have that fear of missing out, and I have the resilience and willpower to not be sucked in to fear of missing out. But I know a weaker MK, maybe an MK from 12 months or 24 months ago, would have totally caved and bought that in a heartbeat, even though I probably wouldn't use it or need it. Just bear that in mind. Anyway, let's carry on looking at the rest of this event. The mysterious chests are here. The usual 500, 1500, and 2500 chests are here, offering heroic summon scrolls. We have profit orbs, we have monster parts. These are really good, these first two. Now the 2500 one, it might be good, especially if you're after more skins, so you can upgrade skins on your heroes and get them to legendary for the Celestial Island bonuses. As well, we have for 4,000 this package here, which honestly I don't think is worth it. We've got so much magic dust recently that just picking up an elite 5-star, not that great for 4,000. And then finally, the 8,000 one. And this is nice. This gives 30 glorious relics, it gives 30,000 guild coins, and an imminent hero selection chest, which can be any hero in the game, except for, well, maybe Natasha. So looking at this, that's brilliant. And Eos isn't in here too, actually, that's worth mentioning. But everyone else is. Look, there's Drake, there's Carrie, there's Amon-Ra, there's Russell, there's all the heroes. So this is actually quite good if you want to go ahead and build someone and you don't quite have those final copies yet. And it's only gems. A lot of free-to-play players can and will be able to afford this. It's very nice. Now, the Wishing Fountain event is the final thing to talk about today before we look at next week's event. And this contains profit orbs, we've got super wishing coins, and we get ourselves these spring stickers again. Now, a lot of people will be thinking, whoa, this is super bait! Look at that, there's ticks, there's orbs, there's super wishing coins, and there's the spring stickers. Yeah, I think this is bait. I think this is something to get us to use all of our wishing coins, so we have the ticks copies we need, we get all the orbs, which, to be fair, orbs aren't that important. But the big thing is the spring stickers. You're going to get spring stickers. Spring stickers can potentially get you a ton of rewards, including a Core of Transcendence if you spend. And I think the idea is to get you to use all your wishing coins, but wait. We have seen in the past that DH Games have delivered and given us artifacts if we use wishing coins. So in my opinion, hold up, maybe grab just one copy of ticks, or maybe don't even bother. Just slow down, make sure you've got enough wishing coins in the tank, just in case an artifact event comes along where you might get yourself a demon bell, or a golden crown, or even a Rui scepter, or a Punisher of a mortal, just for using your coins. It's happened in the past, and it probably will happen again. So don't be too tempted. I think it's worth saving. Anyway, folks, that's it for this week. Let's take a look at next week. It's just going to be a standard Imps adventure, nothing out the ordinary, and Shelter mission, which is interesting. We have Saja on Kiramaru, which is good for those that need a tenant for Sword Flash. We have Flora, which is quite fun. She's a tenant for Vessa, I believe. And we have Delacium, nice hero. And I believe a tenant for Halora. So some good heroes available to us. And look at that. Drake. Probably the most exciting thing for next week is 2,000 gems and 2 5-star darks will get you a copy of Drake. That is awesome for new players that need Drake because he is the best hero in the game in the Dark faction. His debuff is crucial in the Void Vortex when synergized with a Sword Flash. It's still used in PvP when synergized with a Sword Flash, and I have to say his debuff in boss fights means that he's going to deal a ton of damage because that debuff reduces their armor and defenses, meaning the rest of your team will pop off. Tussalago, on the other hand, unimpressive. Save your light heroes, save your gems. Not worth grabbing. But Drake, get hype. So yeah, that's it for this week. Let me know in the comments section what you folks think. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's been informative, and I hope I've warned you a little bit about the dangers of gacha spending, and that actually, even though things in the past may have cost you more, fear of missing out shouldn't be a thing that pulls you to spend, because in reality, what would I rather have? 300 bucks or things that I might not use, or might not need, or probably can't even use, or might just get for free anyway in the months to come. I'm going to save my money. Maybe you will too. Or maybe some of you are going to spend. Let me know in the comments section. I'll see you in the next one. And happy idling.